For those of you that are getting ready to hop back on and chat me up, welcome, welcome, welcome. Streamlabs sucks on the phone, at least for an iPhone 12. I don't update my phone, so yeah. If you guys, I don't know, somehow allow me to get to a point where I make enough money, I'll buy a new phone. How about that? That's the challenge, okay? You guys watch me enough to where YouTube pays me enough to buy a new phone. Okay, that's the goal we're gonna make from now on. Anything else, we're not doing, because shit costs money, and I gotta pay for everything, and I gotta do this 2-hour drive for my job every fucking day, up and down, back and forth, every time. It's always a fun time. Here we go. Whee! All right. Well, hopefully I get some people back on here. We'll chat it up. We'll talk about whatever you guys want to talk about, whatever you guys are in the mood for, whatever floats your fucking boat. You know what I mean? But first things first, I gotta have my kick keep me going. It's triple shot down the hatch. Cheers. All right. So what to talk about? You know what I should talk about? I should just talk about politics, because that seems to be the fucking thing people want to talk about all the fucking time. And I hate fucking politicians. I hate everything. They're all fucking bullshit. They're all full of shit. They all lie. They all cheat. They all steal. And it's all games. It's all a fucking game. It just drives me nuts. People are so polarized to one party or the other. Whatever party tells them to suck dick, they'll do it, because that's their party. It's literally like watching two rival football teams scream at each other. That's all it is. Such bullshit. All right. So we're on the road home. I'll wait till people maybe hop in, say hi, fuck you, kiss my ass, fat man, whatever it may be. But we're driving home. I feel like garbage. Just took another fucking pill to try to deal with this issue. Not bad. Probably shouldn't be eating this shit. Hello. How are you this evening or this morning? Welcome to the commute chat home. It's a 2-hour long chit chat. Oh, thanks for the rose. Much love to you. I appreciate it. I don't get flowers often, so I'll take the digital flowers any chance I get. Well, hello everybody. Thanks for hopping in. Hopefully everybody is doing fucking phenomenal. And I hope you're ready to chat it up with me as I drive my fat fucking ass home in the middle of the night for 2 hours. So come say hi to me. Tell me I look like a bald piece of shit, whatever you feel like. I can take it. Or come in and hear about whatever. Whatever you guys want to talk about, just chat me up. Keep me up for the next 2 hours so I can get my ass home safe to my family. All right? That's why I want to do this right now. I need people to chat with to keep me up so I can go home. And for you guys to make jokes about me, which I'm sure some of you do. Or some of you just kind of randomly hopped on here and said, what is this bald guy doing, driving, and chatting on the live streams with random people? No, because I feel like it. And I want to know how your day is. How's everything going? What's an unpopular game opinion you might have? What's your hopes and dreams? If you could punch a clown for $500, would you punch a clown for $500? Random questions. So feel free to hop in the chat and say hi. God bless America. Oof. Oh, Lord. Well, since I've decided to, I don't know, say shit to annoy the hell out of people, let's just talk politics. Why not? Because I'm sure that's going to be the most unifying thing for all of us to talk about. I'm so excited. And I'm not even that political of a person. I just hate politics. I think most people are just dumb when it comes to politics. Everybody lives in an echo chamber. That's all they do. They get told, oh, you should follow this politician, or oh, you should listen to this political party. Yeah, I don't understand because most people just don't realize that both political parties are full of shit, and there's the same. They're two wings on the same fucking bird. They don't give a goddamn about you. They're there to get their nut from their political connections and their sponsors and their money, and basically shove that all that fucking shit in their pockets while we all get fucking poor. They don't give a goddamn about anybody. And most people just sit there and they're like, well, I'll be a Democrat, or oh, I'll be a Republican, oh, I'll be a liberal, oh, I'll be a super conservative. It doesn't fucking matter. They all fucking sit there and they lie to your face every fucking day. Every day. They really gave a goddamn. They would actually go ahead and fix the problems. They don't. It's all about keeping themselves in office, making as much money as possible, and telling you that the other side is all the problems that ever happened, and once we're in charge, we'll fix all the problems. But when you are in charge, you don't really fix all the fucking problems. You just continuously push more problems on people. You spend more money on shit that we don't need. You send money overseas that we don't want to send overseas. We have people that are homeless here that don't have fucking homes. You have people that are struggling every day to pay fucking bills. And I don't want to hear the whole, oh, well, it's this person's fault or that. It's the political establishment that's been in office for the last 40 fucking years. They literally prey on everybody. Just eat that shit up. Right? It's nonsense that people sit here and buy this every fucking day. That's the thing. Like, I don't understand. For me, like, I hear you, right? This is, to me, is common sense. I'm very, like, I read all the time. I listen. I don't get caught up, I'll say, in the political bubbles that a lot of people get into. There's people that get caught up in the political bubbles of the right and the political bubbles of the left, right? And I'll sit here and I will communicate with both of these groups. And the reason why I'm able to communicate with these people because I don't fucking tell them my own personal politics. Because I know the moment I say, well, I don't agree with that, they'll go into a defensive mode immediately because their political party has told them anybody that disagrees with you on this one particular thing is the enemy, and you should not talk to them, or you should not associate with them, or you should not do this, or you should not do that, and it's bullshit. It's all meant to drive people further and further apart into groups that keep everybody divided. I know what the funny thing I find is the political establishment from the right and the left will sit here and point fingers at each other and say, well, they're the ones to blame. No, motherfucker, you know what? It's not the right or the left's fault. It's you. You fuckers in Washington every fucking day are the ones to blame. You sit in your little fucking ivory seats. You sit there and debate these bullshits, but behind closed doors, you're probably jerking each other off and saying, yeah, man, I can't believe these fucking people just eat this shit up and keep voting us in. I mean, why is it that representatives and senators are in office for 40 fucking years, and the majority of Americans demand term limits? We want term limits for these people. They should not be in office for 40 fucking years. You're a politician, and that should not be a career. A lot of people are just NPCs when it comes to politics. Didn't our founding fathers warn us about yeah, they did. Absolutely. I'm a history guy by study, right? I studied colonial Chesapeake history, African American history, a whole litany of different types. But the founding fathers warned us of this whole political class system that people get involved in. Here's a history lesson for you. So the Bacon's Rebellion, right? When Rebellion happened in the 17th century, okay, that was mainly because um, the Virginia gentry, or the upper class of Virginia, I would say the nobility, the old school, very rich plantation and large swath farm owners that owned the lands there. When that happened and that rebellion took place, what most people don't realize when it happened, right? It was a swath of different people. There were indentured servants, black slaves, a whole bunch, just a lot of poor people and enslaved people who got together to try to push for their political freedom at the time against the Virginia gentry. When Bacon's rebellion was crushed by the Virginia governor, they instituted what was called black codes, and it was designed to separate, right, the African slaves from the indentured servants that were white, right? So the whole purpose of it was, and you can take time to read about it, was to just, it was designed to separate them so they couldn't have a similar outcome. So from that point on, and it's been like that even before then, feudalism, whatever you want to call it, has always been the idea that those in power will divide those below them into subgroups so they hate each other. Go back to Europe, right? Catholicism and Protestants, right? For a long time hated each other, couldn't stand each other. You know, Catholics were, our version of Christianity is the true version of Christianity, and Protestants were, no, our version of Christianity is the true version of Christianity. And it was basically designed by those upper elite to push the hatred and the agitation between the two sectors of that religion. Because when people get together and say, you know what, the problem isn't us. It's not you. It's not me. It's not our minor differences that in the end don't fucking matter. It's the motherfucker that's in the goddamn castle with all his fucking other buddies who have castles. They're telling us, hey, you should hate these people because they're this and they're that. Fuck you, you piece of shit. You're hoarding all the fucking food and all the fucking money and everything else in between. How about no? And that's the thing. People get brought into this mentality of like, oh, well, if we just support this side of the political spectrum, we'll get everything we need or want. Or if we support this side of the political spectrum, they'll obviously help us out. No, they don't care. It is the political class and the upper echelon of society against everybody else. Okay? And their whole purpose, right, is to look at that and say, who is at this line? And everybody below that line, fuck them, tell them that they're minor differences that have no like actual standing on who you are as a person. You should hate that person, or you should not want to deal with that person. It's fucking insane. Won't be peace until Christ comes back. Also, holy crap, you're teaching than my teachers did. Well, I'm glad you're learning something. Hopefully you get something out of it. But I'm trying. I talk about whatever I can while I drive home, whether it's games, movies, whatever. But today I got super fucking annoyed with some of the politics shit that I was looking at, and I'm just like, I'm so fucking tired of the nonsense from people. The political establishment and the political party class run this country to the ground. And it's not just this country, it's the entire globe. They look down upon the people that voted them into office and tell them, well, you're not as good as me. So I get to tell you exactly what I think the rules should be. And that's the problem. Like, and people will sit there and capitulate and be like, oh, yeah, I guess. I mean, and that's what I find funny is people like, well, you have to respect that person. You have to respect that senator because he's a senator. He's he's in a position of power. Well, how did he get his power? Or how did she get his power? They were voted fucking into office by the people. They didn't get in there because they worked hard to get in there. They convinced enough people to say, hey, you know what, your ideas sound good enough, and I like it. I'll vote for you. But it shouldn't be once they get into office, they look at in contempt at the people that they got into fucking office. But that's what happens. People just eat that shit up. The moment one politician gets in there and they'll promise whatever, they'll tell you whatever, like, oh yeah, when you vote for me, everybody's gonna get free healthcare, or everybody's gonna be able to have all the guns they want, or everybody's gonna be able to do whatever they feel like, and it's bullshit. Because the moment they get into office, they're like, all right, so how do I inside trade on stocks? Uh, Tell me exactly how I can do my tax structure so I don't pay taxes, and I can tell other people that the super rich should pay their fair share of taxes. While in the same breath, I'm fucking hiding all my fucking income and wealth from everybody else. Like, get the fuck out of here. I'm fucking agitated to no end about it. Ooh, traffic, traffic, traffic. Construction. Hold on one second. I gotta focus on the road. I'm going into a fucking rant about this. Once I get past this. Perfect. All right, there we go. So that's the thing. That's what I get fucking annoyed with nowadays with politics. I fucking cannot stand politics. And it's, one thing is like with the ways that things are now, like the polarization, where it's like the anti-Trump and the Trump, the whole fucking thing, to me is like watching a football game. It's like watching the Eagles, the Eagles and the Cowboys, and their fans fucking hate each other, and they just want to fight each other. And I'm like, that's about as dumb as what it is to be either pro-Trump or anti-Trump so fervently, right? That you will literally, no matter what happens, whether Trump does something good, you will vehemently be like, oh, fuck Trump, I don't care. Or if he does something stupid, you'll be like, well, Trump's still the greatest. If you call balls and strikes, period, no matter what, you should be calling balls and strikes. I don't care who ends up in the office, right? Because the bottom line is, all I hope is that this pilot that we just asked to be our pilot for this flight that we call America doesn't crash the fucking plane. And I'm not going to root for the pilot to crash the plane so I can be proven right that they're a shitty pilot. Or I'm not going to sit there and rub it in other people's faces saying, hey, this pilot is great, isn't he? As he's fucking hitting every turbulent fucking gust of wind on the flight. This is the problem I find with a lot of things with politics. People are so fervently on one side or the other that they don't take the time to have nuanced opinions on shit. And it blows my fucking mind that it's gotten this way in the past. I would say it's gotten this bad since 2006. Like 100%. I just hope that we don't have a complete and utter crash out as a country, and we start beating the shit out of each other for the most minor differences in political opinions. Damn, that hurts. Thanks, man. I appreciate it. Or ma'am, I don't know. Uh, I don't know, man. I just this is how frustrated I've gotten about like the way the political spectrums are now, and it's so fucking insane to me. I just hope and pray people start learning to take nuanced positions and understanding for things, and having a little bit of fucking common sense about stuff. Just just a smidgen on things, okay? Just a smidgen. It's one of those things like I'm pretty politically centered when it comes to a lot of things, right? For me, I can sit there and be like, you know, yeah, I'm for gay people getting married. That doesn't bother me. It does not hurt me. It does not affect me. So sure, go ahead. Uh, at the end of the day, that's what you want to do. Go for it. Be happy. Be you. At the same time, I can be on the other side of the political spectrum and be like, hey, with illegal immigration, I don't think everybody should just be able to fucking come here. I think there's a process. Why do I have that feeling? Well, mainly because my wife is an immigrant, and I had to go through those fucking processes, and I know how much money and time it takes to come to this country. And to me, thinking about immigration, it's pretty much a dick move when there are millions of people standing in line going through the process correctly, and then you have a bunch of people that are just fucking running past the line into America, and as they're running past, they're giving the finger to the people standing in line, going, "Dumbass." I think that's pretty politically neutral on things. I pretty much swing either way, depending on the political arguments that can be made. And I'm open-minded to be tested and debated on those things. And I know when to go, you know what? I might be wrong on this position. I didn't have that information. I can change my mind. But we've gotten to a point as a society that even if you do change your mind, people will sit there and be like, well, you used to have this fucking opinion. Yeah. And I used to have fucking hair, too. But guess what? I don't. So I don't buy shampoo. That's that's the thing. People are so obnoxiously stupid. And one of the things that probably does bother me, and it's bothered me for probably 15 years, was the whole cancel culture thing that happened, where people would get canceled for like something they either tweeted or said in the past or whatever, and they're like, well, clearly this is a terrible person. And I go back and I'm like, you know, I can guarantee a lot of you, and this I can talk about this some people I know personally that act that way, who will act high and mighty and be like, "Oh, can you believe that this person would say that?" I'm like, "Motherfucker, I remember what you were like on game chat back when we were in high school, and you're gonna act like now this celebrity who may have tweeted something that was a little off coof, uh, and you're gonna sit there and judge them. I know exactly what the fuck you said in private." It's it's insane, man. It is insane. Deceit level 100. Yeah, no, dude, it's not deceit level 100. It's deceit level 100 plus whatever extra buffs they've gotten. Oh yeah, people are very gullible. 100%. People will sit there, will see. I will say this is the biggest thing. It's reading comprehension, right? And people will not read an article. They'll go ahead and read the title and maybe the first paragraph and immediately set their opinion. And that's the deceptive thing with a lot of people that are in journalism, like because you can tell what political spectrum they're on, because I've read hundreds upon hundreds upon hundreds of articles, whether they're from CNN, MSNBC, Fox News, Breitbart, uh, The Guardian, whatever, right? I've read hundreds and hundreds of articles, and I'll be able to sit there, get through the paragraph, and I'm like, I'm pretty sure this person leans left, or I'll be like, I'm pretty sure this person leans right, and they'll go ahead and get their opinion on their, but they won't have the actual stated facts until the very end or in the middle of their article, because a lot of them know most people only click, read the first like paragraph or two, and then fuck off and make their opinion. So a lot of journalists will go ahead and write their fucking opinion within those first two paragraphs and tell everybody, well, uh, trying to find something. During this weekend, Donald Trump was in negotiations with Iran, acting as his usual tough self, overplaying his statements and causing political strife. And then go down. If you read down, you'll be like, oh, well, no, he just had a discussion telling Iran that they can't build nuclear weapons. Okay, well, that's kind of normal, I guess. Not that big of a deal. Why are you making it more dramatic than it is? Or, when Joe Biden was in office and he had Fox News, to be like, Joe Biden today looked confused and seemed out of it. I mean, I'm not gonna lie. He fucking the entire presidency he was in, he was fucking out of it. But your the Obama tan suit incident or whatever, right? It's all fucking bullshit. People don't take time to read the full articles or the full information, or better yet, go into the original source material that these people are writing articles on and fucking verify it yourself. It's not fucking hard. And I'll put it this way: we are lazy as a people, and I'm not talking about the United States. I'm talking about in general. The human race has gotten very lazy on trying to verify information. Just take 2 fucking minutes, read an article, and go, huh, I wonder what the source material is on that. The funniest things I love to read are like articles on like polling or whatever, because I love going into the data of that, because they'll post a link. If you ever take a look at polling on something, right, and they'll say, oh, well, this many people agree with this fucking topic, and like, I want to see the data. You go into the data, you'll find a lot of times the polling shit for that is fucking garbage. Like, their methods are ass. And mind you, these people get paid to fucking do this polling. I don't understand. Oh, dude, common sense ain't common anymore. I'm going to tell you that right now. It has gone out the fucking window over the past 15 years. Common sense has gone out the fucking window. Nobody has any fucking common sense anymore. Nobody takes a second to think about things. We are a quick reaction culture, period. And people's attention spans are fucking gone. That's why things like when the Vine came out, 7-second videos, it got so popular and it launched so many people's careers, right? Like Jake Paul, Logan Paul, like a whole bunch of Viners became, then what? They went to Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, TikTok, all that shit, right? Because the attention span of Americans is that of a fucking goldfish. Literally, something will happen. We'll sit there, be angry about it for a day or two, and then fucking forget about it. Move on. This is the way it happens. We'll go, outrageous event happens. 70% of Americans are outraged or frustrated or arguing about it in the first 2 days. Then after the first 2 days, it drops down to about 30%, right, of Americans are still talking about it, if it's really a big issue. And then after about a week of that, it drops down to like 4%, and everybody else just fucks off and doesn't care anymore. We as a society have basically become goldfish. We have no memory span of anything. I'll tell you this, right? Back in 2012, this is years. This should show my age. I'm old as fuck. I 2012 or 2013 or 2014. 2013 at the time, I was driving a cab in Ocean City, Maryland, right? And I was living down there at the time. So I had picked this lady up and I was driving her in the winter, right? And as I'm driving her, she goes, and mind you, it was cold, but it wasn't as cold as the year prior. Now, I'll put it this in perspective. In 2012 in Ocean City, we had like a week where it was like -4 degrees Fahrenheit for like a week. It was cold. It was very cold. It was bitter. It was hard. I remember I lived in a studio apartment at the time down there, and I was running the heat as hard as it could, and I got maybe to 65 degrees, right? So next year, when I was driving cab, I picked this lady up in the winter, and it was probably like 20 degrees outside. This lady was a local. I picked her up the entire year, and we had chit chatted several times about how long she lived in the area. She goes, "Oh my God, this climate change is really causing just crazy. I've never seen it this cold." I'm like, "What do you mean you've never seen it this cold?" "Well, I've never seen it get this cold in Ocean City." I said, "It was colder last year." No, no, it was definitely not. I was here all winter. I said, "So was I." And we had like a week where it was like -4. What are you talking about? This is not, I mean, it's cold, but it's not the coldest. Like, are you serious? I'm telling you, it's definitely colder. It's colder this year. This tension span of a fucking goldfish. Ah, thanks for the hearts. Oh, oh, my throat's gonna be fucked. Thomas Sanders. Are you talking about the Economist? And what did he write? Uh, I'm trying to think of that book. Or no, that's Thomas Sowell's. Get over it. Nah, you're giving humanity too much credit at this point. The average attention span is lower than a goldfish. Yeah, you're probably right. Love the content, bro. On my head. All right, bro. Peace out, man. Keep being you. Keep being awesome. I'll see you the next time I do a commute drive. We'll chit chat again. Oh, I was talking about the. Oh yeah. Oh, okay. Yeah, 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 yeah. All right. Gotcha. I forgot about him, dude. Holy shit. God, there were so many people that got their career started in the Vine. It was ridiculous. God, my throat hurts. I'm gonna be in so much pain tomorrow morning. I can already tell. Ooh, easy there, Chuck. All right, man. Thanks for chatting with me, Noel. I appreciate it. You have a great night. Get some sleep. I'll see you on the next one. All right. Peace out. Oh, oh man. I see a new viewer popped in here, and I feel like you missed out on an entire rant about politics. You missed out. Should have been here. Shame, shame. You would have heard me going off. And you're probably wondering, what political party was he going off on? Was it the Republicans or the Democrats? What was it? And I can tell you, it's both. They both suck. They're the worst. I think it should be I think as a people, we should be able to vote to get one day where you get to beat the shit out of our political leaders when they fuck up. not all of us, right? We basically take all of our politicians, right? We vote for one day in the year. We're like, all right, your ass is gonna get beat the fuck up for sucking dick this entire political season, and then we basically vote in 10 of our best fighters. Like, all right, you get 30 seconds. Tell him he sucks. He's the worst senator or House of Representative, and just tell him they shouldn't be fucking doing anything. But alas, we wouldn't get that anyway. All I want is fucking term limits. That's what I want. I want fucking term limits for these fucking old people who sit in the Congress that have been there for 40 fucking years. Fucking retire. Why are you dying in office? I don't get it. Ah, God, that hurts right now. Oh, yeah, 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 yeah. No, Eclipse Soul. Cool, dude. You're the best. Thanks for chatting me up, dude. Ah, I wonder if I'm gonna get anybody else to sit here and talk to me. Talk to me about video games or movies. Talk to me. Oh. Well, hello, 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 one viewer. Thanks for hopping in. Come chat with me, please. I was talking politics earlier, but now I'm done with that. Now I seek new stuff. I wonder if I just start saying fucking random shit, would I get a lot of people? I wonder. Hmm. I got the lovely bunch of coconuts. Hello, hello. Ooey, ooey, ooey. I got a lovely bunch of coconuts. They're also standing in the road. Big ones, small ones, some as big as your head. Oh, doo doo doo. All right, look, I'm gonna get off for a few minutes so I can just chill and listen to some music. Then I might get back on here in about 30 minutes. I'll see you all later. Peace out. Keep camping. Come back with a better topic.